Okie dokie artichokes. Let's play around with strokes. We call them strokes, short for paint stroke, which if you look at the default sampler folder that comes with Panamation, it's going to have a bunch of them in there. Let's look at some of the little glyphs on there so we can kind of get an idea of what they do. Most of them are paint strokes, so you just work in the workspace there. I think the default that comes up is the white spray tool, which I think is this guy here. So anytime you open the app and you start clicking around, you get that kind of thing. Let's bring a picture in, or actually this is a GIF here that I pulled off of a website that was all about GIFs. Just make it full screen here, and actually got a little animation quality to it, a little GIF style. So what I'm going to do is talk about all these little tools that come with it, these strokes. So starting at the top there, you kind of have this wild thing. It's what they call a alpha map, I think it is. Let's look and see. Alpha map, yeah. And it kind of acts a little weird, but it's pretty cool. For some reason, it's colorful outside and not on the inside, but oops, I need to do that. Let's drag this guy back in. Okay, what else do I have? I have a Darkened Tool, which kind of just darkens the image. And we have a Erase Tool, which erases it. And all of these tools can be modified to do something else. Here's a Lighten Tool. So just spraying it into the workspace, affecting this GIF. Let's bring it back a little bigger again. Magnify Tool. Maybe we want to magnify the house a little bit. So you can just play around with this stuff. So all these little glyphs on here give you an idea as to what they are. That's that magnifying tool again. Here's a freehand draw tool. So we'll just draw this around here. And don't proclaim to be an artist. I'm just, a nuts and bolts guy here showing you guys how to use the tool. You can create these splines, cover stuff up. So take this beanie here. There's no practical application for all this stuff. It's just fun. So there we go. She's got a green beanie on her head. And all these little objects, non-destructive. You can just come back and delete them all. Delete, delete, delete. Select, delete. Using all these other little buttons. Drag corner. So this is a little drag corner tool. Drag it in there. Boom, right there. That's cool. Now I could type something over that, I guess. So, or maybe we'll put little dollar signs on there and inverse the text. Let's say, she's looking out the window. So let's go and make that guy a little bit smaller. We'll talk about how that came up in a second. So I'm just going through the tools here. So there's text tools, lots of colorizing tools, all just drag and drop them into the workspace, or in this case dragging them. Delete this and delete this. This is I think they called this one Pantograph. I don't know how to use this one. I never did figure this one out. But you're supposed to be able to, draw somehow her face again somewhere else. It has to do with control, using the control key and arrows or something. Anyway, those are the different tools that come with it, and you can make your own or bring your own in. Let's say, for example, I wanted to make her a stroke tool. This girl sitting here on the train. I guess probably what I would do is do one of these spline tools, get rid of this thing, and go around her here. Let's doop. And I'm not going to aim for perfection here. This is just to demonstrate. If I really wanted to dig in, remember I can click on the zoom button there and go around her little stuff and move it around. Oh yeah, spend some real time on this. Get serious, do it right. Come up here, boom, 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 boom. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do this, now I'm doing it. Anyway, let's just hurry up and get through it. Ding, ding, ding. Come around, splining her out. Remember what I'm doing here is I'm going to make a basically a tool or a stroke out of this image of her. Excuse me, ma'am, while we do this. And I guess that's the end of it right there. So there's a little kind of bump out there. I like to right click on that guy and make it linear. And okay, so I'm just going to fill this shape and hit enter. Okay, there's the shape. Now here's a little word to the wise. Alpha is turned on right now, and if I lift this stroke, for some reason it turns into a big square. So we're going to turn alpha off. And then we're going to right click on it and say lift stroke. And then magically we have another girl. Look at that. Okay, so we could even get rid of this guy, and if we wanted to. And you could go in and edit this some more by hitting the edit button and then going through the splines and cleaning it up, add a spline tool here and there and whatever. I'm not going to mess with it. So we're just going to save this guy out, and I just literally right click, drag, drop, and hit save. Now I've got a draw tool. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I screwed up on her nose somehow, but there's a bunch of them in there, and you can see it looks just like all these other tools over here. So that is basically a quick demo of the tools that come with it. There's a bunch more in these windows here, these different things you can go in. Let's turn alpha back on. And you guys remember from the first video, you just go to workspace properties and turn on alpha. And then you've got basically tons of tools. So that is all of the tools that come with it, and you can make some more. So we're going to go into next video. We're going to talk about how to modify these things, to look differently, and just by coming in and dragging and dropping images right on top of these other guys. So we'll play around with size, and we'll play around with I must not be on anything right now. Just all the different options that you can find inside the stroke panel. Okay, all right, till the next video. Let's see here, how do I turn this thing off? Here we go. Stop.